For the very first time, Jurrien Timber, a player who now belongs to Ajax FC, has come out and really broken silence on joining Manchester United. Welcome to Manchester United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David, aka R. Into this channel, smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the subscription button. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. Now, Jurrien Timber is one of those players that Erik ten Hag, the permanent new Manchester United manager, is really eyeing to bring in at Manchester United. That means that he fancies more of that player amongst all players who was coaching at Ajax. Feels like Jurrien Timber has a very higher ceiling, because when you look at very many players at Ajax, there is Antony, there is Alvarez, who else? Clarkson, you get, and Antony. So those are really good in there for you, and I really believe that the manager of Manchester United, former of Ajax, Erik ten Hag, coming out and telling the board that please, I really want Jurrien Timber at Manchester United is really so much important to him, because it's a very big indicator that this is the player he really feels like he has a very higher ceiling and will come in at Manchester United and do the needful. People say that the reason as to why he's wanted so much at Manchester United is because Erik ten Hag doesn't have Aaron Wan-Bissaka in his plans, and we've had a story that AS Roma is really eyeing at Aaron Wan-Bissaka and they want him to leave United as soon as possible, and Jurrien Timber can play as a right back and a central defender, so that's why Erik ten Hag is really fancying to bring him at Manchester United in there for you. But it shows you how much United needs him. But for the very first time, Jurrien Timber has really come out and spoken about his move to Manchester United that most of us never really thought he had a thought like that in there for you. But right now, we now know what Jurrien Timber thinks and when he's going to make his decision. But before we go into that story, allow me first portray this onto your screen. Jurrien Timber, a story came in today saying that Manchester United are making progress on a deal for Jurrien Timber. Ajax have also made Timber a substantial offer to stay, worth not far short of what he earned at United in there for you. Who has been reported this? He is Jurrien Bailey. Jurrien Bailey is a transfer correspondent on 90-minute football in there. That is the lad that's really coming through and broke this story this morning and said that Ajax feel like they want to keep a man who goes by the name of Jurrien Timber, and they've made him a substantial offer to stay at a side which goes by names of Ajax therefore. But trust me, there is no way Jurrien Timber is not going to end up at Manchester United, because this is a once-in-lifetime opportunity. Remember, this same thing happened to a player who now plays at Manchester United, who goes by names of Danny Van Beek. Remember, Danny Van Beek had a chance to go to Real Madrid and they had agreed a deal in principle, and Real Madrid was supposed to pay, was it 40 million pounds, and COVID hit in, and when COVID hit in, everything turned around and Danny Van Beek ended up at Manchester United because Real Madrid was not in a good financial situation. And Jurrien Timber knows that there are very many centre backs in there that could really come to Manchester United in there for you, and he feels like he should take this chance. And you cannot say no to a man who has really groomed you and put you to limelight in there. That is Erik ten Hag. When he really calls, you just have to go in and really respond and go and play for him. And it's 100% sure that this manager is going to give him enough playing time. It's not that he's coming to Manchester United where the manager is new, he doesn't know him, but this manager knows him and is the one who was behind his transformation into a player that he is right about now in there for you. So that is Jurrien Timber in there for you. But today, as he was at the national team, an interview was taken to him by the Telegraph from Netherlands, and he really spoke out for the very first time on his move to Manchester United. And in his own words, this is what Jurrien Timber came out and said. Jurrien Timber speaks on his future to Telegraph. Of course, I can still develop myself at Ajax. I'm 100% sure of that. I'm done, have a feeling that I'm done at this club. But I can devote myself at other clubs too. That is Jurrien Timber in there for you. So that's what Jurrien Timber has really come out and said, that he can really get developed in other club and feels like he's done at a side which goes by names of Ajax therefore. So it shows you that he is really wanting a move away from a side which goes by the names of by the names of Ajax, and he really wants to come into Manchester United. And there is something else that I'm really looking for in here, that I really want to come in here and I say and I read it for you, because it's really so much important in there for you. And I finally have it. It is from Fabrizio Romano via his Twitter. He has really come out and said that Jurrien Timber added, "My feeling will decide my decision. The picture has to be perfect. You could move to a big club, but you do want to play. If you won't play, it would be better to stay at Ajax. Ajax is also a huge club. We play in the UEFA Champions League in there for you." That is Jurrien Timber. But when Timber says that you can move to a bigger club but you want to play, this is a different sign altogether, that he wants to come in at Manchester United, because he knows when Erik ten Hag calls, obviously he's going to give him playing time. And he knows that Erik ten Hag trusts him, according to the number of games that has featured into that entire game, that entire season of a side which goes by the names of Ajax, and has played well in the Champions League. 19 years of age now, has made 20, and he's from a manager at Ajax who can be his new manager at Manchester United. Has really come out and really said he needs him and is going to give him enough playing time in there for you. So that is Jurrien Timber for you, coming out and making such interesting and hope-giving statements to Manchester United in there for you. So he also came out and said that he's going to make his decision after he leaves the national team, because after the national team he's going to go on holiday, and during the holiday that's when he's really going to come and make up his mind on where he's going to be next in there for you. So but all that indicates that Jurrien Timber to Manchester United is a deal that is coming to happening, and rumor has it that United have really agreed a fee with Ajax. That is £43 million, and United wants to pay 30 at first, then the others will come on as add-ons for this 20-year-old in there for you. And someone was there, I watched someone saying that, how can Jurrien Timber go for £45 million? I told people that people forget easily. Matthias de Ligt, same age at 19 years, in 2019, he led Ajax to winning a double and the Champions League semi-final. He went for £80 million to a side which goes by the names of Juventus, and Mino Raiola was in between, in control of that transfer. And Jurrien Timber going half a price that Matthias de Ligt went to from Ajax to Juventus. It's not an alarming price, because he's 20, he still has a very big future. And if at all he's to stay at Ajax and really has a very good season, he can go for £70 million next season, because when you look at Pau Torres being at £60 million, that means Jurrien Timber, who is 5 years younger, if at all really goes in the Champions League and plays very well in the Ajax side, that means he's really going to come in and really raise his asking price. And I really believe that United should take Jurrien Timber right now. If they don't take him right now, things will change on immediately, because he's a very good talent. When you look at what he has played this season, Timber is really something else in there for you, and I will believe that United are really going to get a player who is good on the ball, physically is okay going forward, and he is really good when it comes to tackling in there for you, and his aggressiveness is out of this world. This young man is a beast in simple terms. When you look at the 2021-2022 season, Jurrien Timber has played 42 games. Imagine 42 games in there for you, and he comes into the Premier League and he will play the same number of games at Manchester United. That is a big question left to us in here, that we wait to see what is really going to happen for Jurrien Timber in here for you onto your channel, which goes by names of Manchester United Matters channel. Feel free to go into the comment section, tell me what you think about Jurrien Timber coming out and breaking silence on joining Manchester United while he was in the camp of Dutch as they prepare to play into the, what is it called, the UEFA Nation League, that Kevin De Bruyne came out and said it's unnecessary. It has no added value to what we call the game of football in Europe in there for you, and most people see it as a money-making opportunity for UEFA in there for you, because players are really going to play close to, when you look at the players play like 50 games, when you add on the international breaks, that means players are really now going to play close to 70 or 80 games a season, especially because there is a World Cup, you know that very well, in a single year. From January 2021 from January 2022 to 31st, I will believe that these players are really going to play close to 80 games in a single calendar year. That is very, very hectic, and I really believe that. That's why the Premier League saw it very important to bring in 2 more substitutions to the 3 they've been making to make it 5 this season in there for you. So I'll sign out for now. See you later, my mates. This is Rock and David, and Manchester United Matters channel is the channel we are on.